A track best known as the Circuit of the Track Limits ended up with that being turned on its head for the Lone Star Le Mans. A wet to sort of dry race threw up all surprises for the World Endurance Championship. And we'll start off with those podium finishes. The number 6, Estra and Vantor, that was a really good run by them. They made the most of the opportunities put to them and just stayed consistent. It's what you need in an endurance race. In second place, it was the 50 car, who really need results right now. I mean, it's not been the best run for them. Think Le Mans, where they got disqualified, and then they didn't even get points, did they? Last time out in Sao Paulo. So of the 6 races this season, they've got 3 points finishes. It's a win in Qatar and second place in Spa and Kota. Outside of that, they've got a DSQ, a 12th and a 15th. It's a result that they needed. And speaking of results that were needed, a podium for Peugeot. It's great to say, it's great to see. They made the most of the situation put forward to them, and it was Loic de Val and Malte Jakobsen who got onto the podium, just about beating out Jensen and De Resta. So, at the end of the day, it is what was needed, in a way. You get Van Dorn car on the podium, and in 4th place you get the Verne car. It's a nice split, a nice result. And one that, well, let's talk about the championship battle, shall we? Because this race had quite an impact on that championship battle. In theory, we could now say that it is mathematically a 3-horse race. It will be a tough one, though, if the 6 is to come back from it. They are currently 36 points down. That is the Bahrain finale. That is Bahrain 8 hours. But if they get a good run in Fuji, it is possible. However, the title battle turned on its head multiple times. 51 picked up a puncher at one point. It looked like things were over. Then the 83 suspected a puncher, had to pit. If it hadn't been for those kinds of mistakes and just some mistakes and loss of form at different phases in the race, either of them really were in a chance of winning. But at the end, you get one in the top 5, both in the top 10, neither on the podium, which was interesting. On the other hand, what was gutting was a double retirement for the Valkyrie when they both run up in the top 10. At the same time, Alpine, who'd managed to climb themselves up the order over the course of the race, dropped back down later on. The 36 had issues. They had the collision, didn't they, with the barrier, and the 4 laps down. The 35 was still on the lead lap, the last car on the lead lap, and out of the points. 15 was the sole surviving BMW. They were out of the points. The Proton 963 at one point was up in second, with her own behind the wheel. And then the car got loose. 13th place. The 8 got into the points, Toyota, but it was the only one that did. Yeah, it was wild for so many different drivers and teams. I haven't mentioned Jota, but the Caddy had a good straight line run, but it wasn't to be. 6th and 8th, one between the 2 title protagonists and the other one just behind the 83. LMGT3 on the other hand was absolutely wild. It came down to getting the right tyre call at the end. And the 95, who at one point were technically second overall in the transponder. I mean, they were running third before the red flag because of the second safety car switchover shenanigans. But they end up winning in class. They ended up fending off the 46 and the 54. The tyre calls coming right at the end. Much to the detriment of people like the 77 or the 92, who had been in fantastic form up until that point. But they got caught out when it dried up enough towards the end. As to the championship picture now, in Hypercar, it is 15 points in the Drivers' Championship between the 51 and the 83, with the 6 a further 21 points back. Whilst there are still 4 more points to get back to the 50, and another 3 points after that to get back to the leading Hard Steam Jota car, and that is the 12. Realistically, we could potentially see it be a 3-horse race. Mathematically, it could be a 5. In reality, it's probably going to be a 2. But that is going to be a great one to see. Between the Privateer 83, well, the Semi-Privateer 83 and the Works 51. When it comes to LMGT3, Mante's first form end up getting back into the lead quite comfortably now. They are on 95, it's 76 for the AF Corsa entry of Herrialman and Rivera. They didn't end up benefiting, it was their teammates that did. Whereas with the other title rivals not being classified, it's 95 to 76 to 66 to 57. What a two-way tie. Then in the Manufacturers' Championship for Hypercar, Ferrari are on 203 to Porsche's 138 and Cadillac's 134. It is more or less going to be Ferrari. Likewise, in the teams, for the privateers, it is basically guaranteed to be the 83. The only way it wouldn't be is if they failed to finish in Fuji. Then for LMGT3, like I mentioned, 92 over the 21 by 19 points, by 29 points over the 33, by 42 over the 87 and the 27. Either way, folks, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about the race, about the on-track action, and about all of the safety cars, the yellow flags, the red flag. Till then, thanks for watching and joining. It's bye for now.